It's a natural process, and you'll be fine in a few days. What happened? What you talking about? Well, it's that time of the month. Something that girls go through, and boys may not fully understand. All right, I think finally the time has come for us to openly speak about the menstruation cycle. So, what's that? Let me explain in detail. Hey friends, welcome back to DN Fit. In today's episode, let's educate ourselves about this monthly biological phenomenon we call the menstruation cycle by answering a vital question. How and why do girls get periods? Before we continue, a quick reminder. This video is for educational purposes only. If you have any medical concerns, always consult with your doctor. Now, back to the topic at hand. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our informative content. Menstruation is a woman's monthly normal vaginal bleeding, often called the period. Zooming in, so what are these painful tummy cramps we call periods? In simple terms, periods, also known as the menstrual cycle, are the time in a girl's life when her uterus naturally releases blood out of her body through her genitals. But the vital question is, why does it happen? Well, as we know, during puberty, our body begins to go through many changes like getting acne, a change in voice, body hair, etc. This is the body's way of letting you know that you are leaving childhood and entering adulthood for reproduction. As a part of this natural growing up process, somewhere between the age of 8 to 15, girls start to feel a major transformation in their ovaries. This transformation triggers the release of a hormone called estrogen, preparing them for future reproduction. But how does this happen? Let me explain in detail. You see, the two ovaries in the female body contain thousands of tiny sacs called follicles, each holding one unfertilized egg. In a process called ovulation, the most macho egg from one of the ovaries bursts out of the follicle. It then moves along the fallopian tube and reaches the uterus. Over there, this egg embeds itself in the endometrium lining, a process called implantation. However, since this egg can't turn into a baby, the endometrium lining, full of blood and nutrients, doesn't feel the need to supply resources to this unfertilized egg. So, in the next 5 to 7 days, the girl's body starts to get rid of this unwanted stuff. It breaks down the thick endometrium lining of the uterus into smaller tissues and then expels it out, along with some blood via the genital opening. This marks the end of one cycle and sets the path for the continuation of the human race as the entire process begins anew. So here we are, understanding what happens to a girl's body during her period. It's crucial to remember, my friends, that a period is a completely natural process. There's nothing impure, gross, or embarrassing about it. Those going through it often experience nerve-wracking pain that can last up to 5 days. The menstrual blood is a mix of blood and tissue from inside the uterus. It exits the body through the vagina. The period occurs every 24-28 days, from the first day of one period to the first day of the next. Along with bleeding from the vagina, you may experience abdominal or pelvic cramping, lower back pain, headache, fatigue, mood swings, and irritability, food cravings, bloating, and sore breasts. These symptoms are common during menstruation and vary from person to person. If you notice a friend dealing with this monthly cycle, show understanding, kindness, and support. You can help by providing sanitary pads, pain-relieving medicines, or even better, taking them to the comfort of their homes. Let's create an environment of empathy and support, making this natural process a bit easier for everyone. To sum it up, here's what's important. Menstruation basics. It's a natural process where a girl's uterus releases blood through the vagina, happening every 24-28 days. Normal symptoms. Along with bleeding, common symptoms include abdominal or pelvic pain, lower back pain, headache, fatigue, mood swings, food cravings, bloating, and sore breasts. Blood composition. Menstrual blood is a mixture of blood and tissue from the uterus. Frequency. A typical menstrual cycle goes from the first day of one period to the first day of the next. Remember, menstruation is a natural and normal part of life, and everyone experiences it differently. Did you know? Other than women, a few female species of mammals like monkeys, apes, bats, and even elephants go through menstruation too. Also, a girl usually loses 2 to 3 tablespoons of blood during the whole cycle. Hope you learned something new today. Thanks for watching. Your wellness is our mission. Until next time, it's DN Fit.